All right, welcome again to another episode of Max and Howard Drink Beer. I am Max.
And I am Howard.
All right, Howard, so what do we got drinking in front of us here today?
So it's a Breck Lager. And now this is the Breckenridge. We were doing the Breckenridge Brewery sample pack, and this is a continuation of that. Now this time, I got the beer cracked open, and I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to let you talk while I taste it.
All right, well, I guess I could try to be Steve. I can try to do the describe the can with the mountains in the background. It's got a golden and refreshing with a crisp finish. How does that sound? Does it taste like that? Golden and refreshing?
I gotta tell you, it reminds me a lot of your typical domestic beers. You know, if I could kind of compare it, I'd say it's somewhere in between a Bud Heavy and a Bush Heavy. And that's what I kind of compare it to. You know, if you're one of the farm boys around here, or just one of them working class guys, they just want a beer taste and a beer flavored beer to get them through the day.
Yeah, this
is kind of your beer to have. You know, so pretty good.
This is a beer that you just spent an hour and a half cutting the grass.
Yeah.
And you need a break before you trim the rest of it.
Yeah, that's right.
There's your break beer right there.
Yeah.
It feels hydrating, and it does actually feel refreshing.
It is a little on the heavier side, so you know if you're a Bud Light guy, this might not be, or if you're even a Busch Light guy, this might not be for you. So hey, yeah, there's that.
Don't mind me. I'm just reading the can. See what they're saying about saying things. It doesn't have much to say. It tells you to please recycle, so always please recycle.
Well, if you're into that kind of thing, I'm not into kind of political statements on the radio. What?
Hey, if you recycle, they take your crushed beer cans and they turn them into new beer cans. That's more beer you can drink.
Okay.
Yeah,
hey,
see,
like
now,
I said, I don't make political statements in
you
public.
have been inspired to recycle now. You're welcome.
Not by me, though, because I'm Switzerland when it comes to controversial politics such as that. So, yeah, that's been... You know, I got to tell you, this reminds me of my trip to Indianapolis. I think it was a year ago. You know, on St. Patrick's Day, we went down there, we saw the Supercross races, and you get a bunch of these guys, they're a bunch of blue-collar class guys, you know, they like a specific kind of beer. Okay, well, let's go stop at the tavern, that's what we want to do.
Right.
You know, we want to stop at the tavern, get ourselves a couple of beers, and we go to Sam's. It's a place called Sam's. Sam's is an awesome place. I walked in and I said, can I live here? Right. They're playing the Stones. They're playing the good music. They got sports on the TV. The bartender's cute, but she's not too cute that you want to take her home and you want to live there for the rest of your life. But she's a good-looking bartender, and she's a good bartender. You know, that's more important
That's
than
hard
anything.
to find.
That was the coolest part, and she knew her shit. She knew what she was talking about. It was a great, awesome bar. You know, the problem was the other guys, they're a bunch of water utility guys. They want Busch Light. They want Bud Light. They want Bud Heavy, you know?
Right.
We don't sell anything besides the 10 beers that we make right here. Oh, all right. Well, we'll try this. We'll do that. And I say, listen, boys, you're going to like these beers. There's 2 beers here that you're going to like, and that's going to be this one, and it's going to be this one. And what it was actually a Kolsch. It was a Kolsch beer. They made it on hand there, right in the establishment, Sam's, and it was a house brewed Kolsch beer.
Okay,
that's what I kind of compare this to. You know, it is a lager beer. You know, it's an old school, tastes like a regular old beer. Even Steve would say this tastes like a beer.
And the historic Gibson building.
What,
Sam's Tavern.
It might have been.
Downtown Indianapolis.
We weren't there long, but you know what? That was one of the coolest places I ever been. I looked at the menu and the foods were all... That's it. Dude, that's it.
Look at that. I found it. That is a classy looking establishment.
Oh, man. And we were there in the middle of the day. It had to have been like a Friday or Saturday. We were there in the middle of the day. Dude, just... It's so cool. And
check that out. They serve brunch.
Yes, they do. We were there for brunch.
I mean,
and we were just kind of bar hopping, seeing what's what.
Well, let's see. When the world opens back up, how long would it take us to get there? Let's check the directions.
A long time, I'd say.
4 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah. That was...
We can go for lunch.
Okay, you talked me into it. I'll always go there. Dude, Indianapolis was such a cool place, too. And in fact, I'd like to... we should go down there, just a bar hop, just check everything out. Because there were jazz bars.
Oh, yeah, well, it says
it's just a cool place to be. But the thing is, every single amateur was out there that night because it was St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
So every idiot with that had an ID was out in the town. But there were bands, there were Irish bands that were going to play, and there were a couple places you had to pay a cover for. Well, yeah.
Right.
And our guys that are they tend to lean towards more jetties, they're jetties boys. What? I don't want to pay a cover. Guys, it's St. Patrick's Day. That's the way
right. What did you expect?
Yeah. Yeah, but man, I tell you, the music was flowing there on St. Patrick's Day. The Irish car bombs were flowing St. Patrick's Day. It was a good time. I loved Indianapolis.
There's a few different ones. It says, hold on, let me click on some stuff.
A few different ones. What?
Let me click on some stuff. I want to just confirm that these are all the same.
A few different ones. What?
Oh, they're not. Why are they not the same? Apparently, Sam's is not just one bar.
No. So the way it was split, it was an adults-only side, and there was a family side.
There's a restaurant. There's a big lug canteen.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's how it worked. So if you were with the family and you had kids and whatnot, you kept them out of the tavern. So you get guys like me and you sitting there and fuck this, fuck that. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cock, sucker, motherfucker, and tits. You kind of stayed away from that. Did you like what I did there?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I was paying attention.
So you get
Can't
that.
afford to, but I was.
You don't get a whole lot of that on the family side, but you get a whole lot of that on the tavern side, at least when you're dealing with guys like me. So there's that. And that was cool about that, too. So we didn't really talk to a whole lot of kids. But we were sat at the bar and we talked to there were two bartenders, boy and a girl. We were just, I'm in love. I'm ready to move to Indianapolis at that point. Just in that bar alone.
I could see it here. They're definitely doing a few things here.
Search the Blue Iguana. I think that's what it was called. It was something like that. It was the Blue Iguana. I don't go to a lot of titty bars, but that was a really good titty bar. Not just, and, again, you get every single asshole in the world come out on St. Patrick's Day to wherever it is, but those girls that were dancing they were having fun.
They're having fun.
They liked to be there. It was, old Mike Fensky, he was sitting down, relaxing, just enjoying the show, and the girl walks over to him, and she walks over, she tells him, stand up, so he stands up, and she sits in his chair where he was at, and she starts telling him, hey, go, let's go. It was so awesome, because it was so funny, because, sure enough, he started doing the lap dance and everything like that, and it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, too. That girl has a little bit of self-awareness to say something like that, and I don't know how much experience you have. I don't have a whole lot of experience going to the titty bars, but the ones that I've been to, they're very unenthusiastic. Oh, I really don't want to be here. I could be anywhere else. I just need to get home to my kid, and I got to study for school. That kind of deal.
Yeah, right.
But it was so cool to see them all. They were having fun. And it was a blast, and I tipped her like $50. It was a good time, yeah.
And that's why she did it.
She
realized that there's more money to be made from having her embarrass your buddy.
Yeah.
That you're going to give her money for it because you had fun.
No, absolutely.
And she didn't have to do anything. That is smart work in there.
100%. There's an old story that David Spade likes to tell about Chris Farley. Chris Farley would do the exact same thing. Chris Farley would find the ugliest broad in the room, and he'd say, "Oh, it's not my thing. I'm not really comfortable here, but my buddy over there, David, I'll buy him 20 lap dances." And he'd buy David Spade 20 lap dances, and it'd be, awkward, the ugliest girl in the room, and she'd be telling about her, 10 kids, or you have 10 kids? What? So that's always a good story. Yeah, titty bars are fun. I don't go to them enough, but that's because, well, it's not that I'm not passionate about the girls, it's that I'm too passionate about the girls. So I tend to stay away from those types of establishments.
Yeah, you might leave without your truck or something this time.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That would be bad. or worse than that, even still. You never know.
You're right, I don't. I don't ever know.
Might leave with a wedding ring. That would be really bad.
It depends where you got it from.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other guy's probably pissed that I took his wedding ring.
That's pretty good. I don't get out too much on good old St. Patrick's Day. I avoid it heavily.
No, there's a reason for that. Because it's exactly that. I think there's 3 holidays. You kind of want to avoid. I think St. Patrick's Day is the one. I think New Year's Eve is the other one, and I think the third one's Halloween. Maybe.
Halloween's a little crazy. I did in my younger years make a couple appearances up to Madison for Freak Fest, and that's just super chaos,
right?
But no, we have our traditions here. It started a couple years ago. We get together. I think now it's been last 3 years. We've done Irish car bombs with Jera.
Yeah, jump. Irish car bombs. I can't get enough of them. There's another good story. I had an old drinking buddy way before I met you.
Way before.
Way back in the days of that era. And, I'd never heard of an Irish car bomb before. And they said, yeah, it's a pint of Guinness when you drop a shot of Bailey's in there. Okay, I'm out. I don't want to be a part of that, but hey, you go ahead. I got to drive home still, and you know me, I like to drive home. That's my thing.
Right.
Hey, you go ahead. If that's the way you want to go, rock and roll. Do your thing. And sure enough, he drops the shot in, and he doesn't drink it fast enough.
Well,
so
I was going to say, I feel like you described it wrong, because all the ones I had always had some Jameson in it, too.
Well, that's because I didn't put any Jameson in it. He's a little bit softer.
Oh, okay. Okay, all good. Continue.
Yes, so they drop the shot of Bailey's in there, and of course he doesn't drink it fast enough.
Oh, and it started to curdle?
It started to curdle, and sure enough, that wrecked his whole night.
Yeah.
He had his old tummy ache, and he was done so. And I ask him all the time now, hey, let's do Irish car bombs. I got 2 right here. What do you think? And he says, I'm not doing any of those. Okay, just 2 for me then. Let's go. So I love Irish car bombs.
These 2 are for me. You don't get any of them. I was asking if you wanted something else.
That's the only way I like JMO too.
Really?
Yeah, with Irish car bombs.
That's a shame, because I know you've taken a lot of JMO shots with us.
Yeah, but I wasn't there for that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. You were there. I was not.
Yeah. I do know that.
That might be a next year story for the same.
Yeah.
When was that? That was in October.
Was it October? I don't even remember.
I don't remember either.
It was.
You guys played really well. That night?
It was a second show of the week kind of gig, because myself and Jeremy were both kind of run down.
Yeah, that was like a Saturday night or something like that.
Right, we played Friday.
And the bits and pieces were going down so good. They were going down like Mountain Dew.
See, so we'll get to that story a different time.
Yeah.
My favorite shot, as we're going through this,
has
to be the Ken Classic.
Oh yeah,
the Mind Eraser.
The Mind Eraser. I'll still never do that.
And you know me, I don't like coffee.
Right.
So the Kahlua is kind of
well, what is a Mind Eraser? Because I forget.
So it is a 3 parts drink, that you make in a pint glass. So it's a shot that you take from a pint glass. So it hurts, but it's 1 part Kahlua,
Okay.
1 part vodka.
Vodka? Just any old vodka?
I think theoretically it was originally Absolute,
Okay.
but vodka,
Okay.
and then 1 part club soda.
Okay.
And then you take
That just sounds gross.
and then you take 2 straws and you just the whole thing right away.
Oh, man.
So when you think about that, if 2/3 of a pint glass, if theoretically, right, your pint glass is 12 ounces,
Right.
you've got 8 ounces of liquor.
Well, no.
If you're dividing
Because
it,
club soda's not liquor, is it?
but vodka and Kahlua are,
Yeah.
so that's 2/3 of it right there.
Okay. Right.
So
Right.
so you're going for it.
Yes.
And I remember in particular one night, Forrest dragged us through a bar hop. We stopped at 5 different bars for 5 different mind erasers.
Wow.
Supposedly, we stopped at 5 bars.
Wow.
I don't remember them all.
Yeah. How many do you remember?
3.
Okay.
I remember 3.
That's not bad.
I mean, like, the first one we stopped in for a mind eraser and a beer. The second one was a mind eraser and a beer. The third one was just a mind eraser. And apparently we stopped at 2 more.
Who was driving?
Alex, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds right.
It was just a fun-filled debacle of
Oh,
an
my
evening,
God. I can only imagine what the wife had to say about that.
And she was somewhere in there.
Oh, okay.
She might have also been drinking with us.
Yeah?
In all honesty, there's some fuzzy moments from it,
Yeah, I believe that.
They don't call them mind erasers for nothing.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, that's not something I'd be into. Because, like I said, I don't like to lose that control over myself. I like to drive home.
Yeah.
Unless somebody else is driving, and that's very rarely the case. Because you all live out here, and I live all the way out there.
Yeah, well, that's your fault. You got to move this way.
We'll see. We'll see where it all leads. It all kind of depends. You never know how it works. Besides, I'm buying your house. I think that's how we're doing.
Is that what we're doing?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll sell it to you right now.
All right, I have $1.
Ooh, sorry, I was gonna sell it for 2.
What?
You're
I could get 3.
you're a day late and $1 short.
Can we do a monthly payment plan?
I don't think so.
$1 a month?
$1 a month.
Yeah, we'll do a 3-month payment plan.
Well, based off of standard tax rates and interest. I mean,
Oh no, all of that.
Well, Howard,
Man,
I
I
can't
have to pick up a 5th job.
I can't threaten to cut off your legs if
No.
you don't pay.
You sure can't. You sure can't. That's true.
So, what do you think, Howard? Let's wrap up talking about this beer here.
It's not for me. And I can tell you that straight up. It's going to take me a while to choke this down because I'm not a big Budweiser guy, especially because I haven't been working for a couple of weeks now. So it's for other guys, if you're a Busch Light guy, if you're a Bud Light guy, if you're a Budweiser guy, if you're a Busch guy, this is for you. This is a good beer for you. You working class citizens of the world, this is your beer. Give it a try if you're in a tavern in Colorado, if it's on discount somewhere, this is what you're looking for. So give this a shot. Max, what do you think?
I particularly like it. It's like I said, it's a cool, relaxing beer. Like I said, I can taste pretty much. I can feel the work being done at my dad's house.
Right. Yeah.
And this is the break. We took a break. Okay, here you go.
This is a more Max-like beer. It's a very easy, simple, no frills kind of beer.
Right.
No bullshit, porter, IPA, blah blah blah, cherry wheat nonsense.
Yeah, right. I'll drink 10 of them and I'll be fine.
Yeah, right.
No gut rot.
No gut rot. Yeah.
No. What is all that sugar that I just drank? This like Steve said, this beer tastes like a beer.
Yep. Right on.
So, Howard, on that note, my beer is getting low, so it's getting about that time.
Yep.
So, for everybody listening, thank you. You just listened to Max and Howard drink beer. Once again, I am Max.
And I am Howard.
Cheers.
Cheers.